Hello everyone and welcome. Welcome to this Crafty Fun Collaboration Hop. Today my friends and I are getting messy. Let's break out of the box, abandon straight lines, and let's just make a good old mess. Enjoy all the fun products along with this Crafty Fun Get Messy Collaboration Hop. You can watch all of the videos from the playlist that are listed in my description box, and I would encourage you to check out each designer's page and like and subscribe if you do, and comment, and we appreciate you following us along. So today I'm working with all of my distressed oxides, my sprayers, my inks, and the such, and I'm going to just do some ink smushing. So I have put a couple of my inks down on my glass mat, and I've just put some water on there, and now I'm just dabbing my panel in there. I added some more water, and I'm just going to keep on ink smushing until I get it how I want it. Now I'm going to bring in my heat tool, and this is my embossing tool, and I'm just going to go over this and kind of dry it a little bit so that I can layer on my panel. So now I'm going to put some more of my lighter color down there, and I'll link all the colors in the description box. At the moment I can't think of each and every one of them. And I'm just going to layer some lighter color on top of that dark crackling campfire, and we'll just get that layered up on there. And then I'm going to bring in a couple of my darker colors as well. I've got Vintage Photo there, and I'm just going to add some water to it, and we'll put some brown on top of this crackling campfire and the marigold color. So I'm just going to tap it down and blot it and clean my desk off, and we're going to dry it up again. Now this is going to take multiple layers. We're going to do multiple things with it. We're just doing, all the messy techniques that I could think of, and I'm bringing in my little alcohol sprayer and just cleaning my desk off so that I won't mess up the rest of my card. And now I'm going to bring in my splatter box, and I'm just going to lay my panel inside my splatter box, and I've got 3 of my distressed mica sprays, and I'm just going to spray them on my card, and I'm just going to do all 3 of them. And we'll just blot, and then we'll lay the other color down and spray it, and we'll just get a good layer of covering there, and this will add a nice little shine to my card base. So I'm just going to dry it up before I add the next layer, and that way it will begin layering on top of all the colors. And I'll just grab it, shake it up real good, and get it sprayed down on my card panel as well. And we're just going to have layer upon layer of distress oxide. And I'm bringing in my heat tool. I'm going to heat it up and get this panel dried. And I'm just blotting and just trying to get it nice and dried so that I can begin working with it to build my card. So that part is finished. And next I'm just going to bring out that heating tool again, and I'm just going to blow dry that panel and get it dried up so that I can begin working with it and using some of my other tools with it. So I'll just heat blend it and we'll be good to go. Next, I'm going to bring in black soot, and I'm going to take it and go all the way around the panel and just put a nice dark grungy edge around this panel, and we'll add some additional interest to the panel. And really this is just all about layering. Just layer, 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 and it'll give you all the different colors and the texture and everything to the card. Now I also am going to bring in this Gina K stencil, and I think it's called Cobblestone. But when I watch some of Tim Holtz designers and the types of things that they do, a lot of times they'll just bring in a stencil and just do a real small area of the panel just to add some interest. And I was just thinking about this stencil and thought I could just do a little corner of it and kind of add a little interest to it there. So I just put it on the corner and did that, and then I'm going to ink blend over it just to darken it up and kind of blend it in a little bit, and just, kind of make this panel even more grungy. Now, if you watch my channel a lot, I do a lot of more clean line type cards, you know, more lighter colors, a lot of white. I like more white, and I don't normally do a lot of dark grungy style. I do like it. I've done a few cards that way, but generally it's not my go-to. But it sure is fun to play with all the different mediums. Now here I took a stamp from my Echo Park kit that I just got in, and it's like a little stitched line. And I'm just using that vintage photo and stamping those lines just all over the place just to kind of add some different interest. And you can see the shine from the mica spray on that panel. Now I'm just bringing in an old vintage looking piece of paper that I had in a paper pad, and I'm going to cut it down to an A2 size panel. And then you see I cut the distressed edges off of it. I'm going to trim this one down too, and it will take off some of my distressed edges as well. So I'll have to do some more blending on it. And I decided to take it all off the one side, that I wouldn't have to blend as many sides again. And I'm going to take some off the bottom as well. And then I'll be able to layer these up. I chose that patterned paper just because it had kind of a dark, rough edge on it too. And I like the colors of the pattern. So now I'm just taking that black soot again and just going over those areas that I trimmed off and adding the dark to it and getting it covered up. And now I'm getting the vintage photo blending brush, and I'm going to blend up that pattern paper because I cut off kind of the distressed edge of it. And I'm just going to blend it up and make it look distressed as well. Now a lot of it won't show underneath this panel, a lot of the design, but I liked the pattern paper and I thought it went well with what I was doing. So I'm just going to layer it, and you're just going to have that little tiny edge hanging out. I've got my card base, and I'm just going to get this panel laid down, and then we'll layer the other panel on top and begin adding our elements. Now, when I think of distressed, messy, all that, I'm thinking Tim Holtz and his style. And so I'm going to bring in some ephemera from his collection and use it along with these two panels. I'm just trimming up the card base now. I took it to my guillotine. There's a little bit of white showing on the bottom, and I just cut it off. So I'm going to lay that down. I think the panel looks very interesting. I'm going to pop it up. I thought it would help straighten the panel if I put the foam tape on there. So I'm just going to get some foam tape on there and just pop it up on my pattern paper. And that'll just help flatten the panel out. I think that panel turned out pretty good. When you first started, it kind of looked like something out of a horror movie or something, like a murder scene or something, with all the panel almost looked bloody when I started. So here's all the ephemera that I'm going to bring in. And this little piece here says Specimen Collector. And I thought that was interesting. And so I'm going to use it on my panel. And then I'm going to bring in all of these little bugs and butterflies. And these are going to be my specimens that have been collected. And the colors of them all went nicely with the panel. I thought it all blended nicely. And so I'm just playing around with what I'm going to put on there, what I want to use, and all that. That little tag there says specimen. And so I thought that would be fun to go on there as well. And then I like these tall, thin mushrooms as well. So this is an eclectic mix of stuff that I'm putting on this card. And I really don't have any plan in mind for what type of a card or event you would give this card for, but I think it's interesting, and it was fun to do some messy crafting and just play around and not really think about what I was doing, but just have fun, and then just really kind of just slap some things together, and it was fun. It was very relaxing, and I don't know what I just did there with my hand, but anyway, I'm going to blend this. I'm trying to just darken it up so it looks like it belongs with the card base. And then I decided I should tear it. Usually, you know, they usually tear their bits on their cards. So I thought, well, I'll just tear that and then I'll blend it and lay it down. I think it could be fun to really get into some of the Tim Holtz type or style of cards because there's just so much layering and so much blending and just color and depth and everything with it. I'm always amazed when he shows the makers and what all they make and just how far they take their projects. I think that's a lot of fun. So you can see my scissors are all glued up, so they're messy. They kind of go along with this messy hop we got going here. So I'm just choosing to lay some of these animals or insects flat and some of them popping up and just kind of adding different elements to different insects and butterflies. I think that probably my grandsons would like this card just because, you know, you've got the bugs and the butterflies on there. I found another little bug that I wanted to add, so I'm just going to glue it down. So I hope you enjoy this hop with all the different things and the messy techniques. It'll be interesting to watch the hop and see the different designers and see what they do. I know I'm going to enjoy it, and hopefully you will too. So this butterfly, I'm going to pop up part of the wings and glue the rest of it down, and that way it will kind of be raised off of the panel. Sometimes it's just fun to play and just mess around with stuff and get your fingers a little dirty. So I think I'm going to clean my desk one more time, and then we'll take a look at the final card. I think it turned out pretty good. You can't really, I guess you can see a little bit of the shine on the card. Well, I hope you like it. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.